All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I will acknowledge before I shoot this video, I am torn on this one, and I will just give the facts, tell you a little bit of my commentary, and get the hell up out of this one. Now, Nicki Minaj, who's been all in the media, I believe she did this with Queen Radio. She talked about how when she did her VMAs performance, she really wanted Tekashi69 to grace the stage with her to perform Fifi. Now, Nicki Minaj, y'all say what y'all want about Nicki, but she killed that damn performance at the Video Music Awards on Monday night. The thing is, she had this huge big record. She performed in New York. Tekashi's from there, and he was not allowed to perform with us. She explained this story, I believe it was on Queen Radio, of why he couldn't perform with her. She said, I wanted him to perform with me at the VMAs, and somewhere along the line, he didn't get approved to perform by the powers that be. I don't want anyone to think for a second that I wouldn't invite him to perform his hit record. I want everyone to know my character. I really fought. It is what it is. When I know somebody, there's nothing you can tell me about him. That's just how it is. Now, again, Nicki is reiterating the fact that Tekashi was not allowed to perform his big record. It could be a plethora of things. I mean, look, at BET one year, Diddy was performing the Oh Let's Do It remix. They made Waka Flocka stand behind a freaking, he couldn't even show his face. They made him stand behind a transparent wall. I'm not even lying. Like, go look it up. Like, we've seen this before, and we all know that MTV, VH1, BET, all those are owned by one big company, Viacom. So they've done this before. But in regards to Tekashi, it could be a couple reasons why they didn't want him to perform. It could be because he had to plead guilty with an incident involving a 13-year-old girl in October of 2015. I mean, you know, Tekashi said he didn't know the chick was a minor. Maybe it could be about him being so prevalent in the news for all the wrong things. We've seen him be a part of a couple situations with artists like Casanova and Trippie Redd, and we've seen him be a part. It looks like he's been a part of beefs with guys like YG and other artists out there, right? He's been arrested a couple times. It could be a plethora of things that Tekashi has had his name involved in. Maybe the VMAs was just like, yo, we cool on that. We'd rather just not have him around the scene. We're good. We'd rather not have him there. It just will create more conflict than it would be having him there. But then I look at the other side of it, just to play devil's advocate, right? I don't want to be the guy to come to the defense of Tekashi69, but to be fair to him and his team. So what happens, VMS? Because he pled guilty to this situation with the 13-year-old. So, and that was back in 2015. So what, do you guys never plan to have Tekashi69 grace your stage? What if he has 8 hit records next year, right? And he's the hottest artist come VMAs 2019. You mean to tell me y'all not gonna have him on y'all stage to perform some of that music? Or is it cool right now to not get behind Tekashi69 and y'all just following the wave that y'all see other companies and others festivals and other different type of venues doing? I'm just asking the question. Look, Tekashi69 has put himself in a bit of a hole. He has, to me, shown a lack of sensitivity and a lack of respect for the court system, just the way he moves on social media. You think this dude walking around with no strikes when he actually has like 1.5, 2 strikes. I will admit that, but I look at it like, dang, it's like sometimes they want our culture without us. And what Tekashi unfortunately was pled guilty to is a part of his life that he can't get rid of. So now my question is, do we get rid of that artist? Because if we're gonna play that game, there have been a lot of artists who have done a lot of crazier stuff when they were 18 years of age that we've seen present at the VMAs and other big time award shows. Do you get rid of them altogether? Is it a time thing? Like, what are you guys looking for, I guess, in regards to Tekashi69 situation, why he was not allowed to perform the Fifi record? And technically, Nicki ain't even performed that record at the VMAs. She performed it at the, what was that, like the New World Trade Center, right? So I'm just saying, I need to know a little bit more why they thought it was the right thing to do and not have Tekashi present at their show. It would be nice if they would come out and make a statement. Now, at this present time, MTV/VMAs have not made a statement why they opted to not have Tekashi69 at their show. But Nicki Minaj, again, did reiterate it was not her doing. It was it was just the VMA saying we don't want him here. So y'all with the Nicki hate train, she tried to do this right. Give her a little credit. Thank y'all for the time, love, support. What y'all think about this shit? Tekashi has been allowed to be at the VMAs since Nicki was able to perform. His hit record is still his record. Or should he have to just kind of lay in the grave that he helped create it with himself? I mean, he has all the social media fame in the world, but should he have to just miss out on opportunities like this for right now because he just moved the way he wants to online and it looks like he doesn't make a lot of friends in the rap community? What y'all think? I'm out. What up, Ferros? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere, and you guys can also send me some of your music as well, and you will get Mr. Taliaferro's first reaction to your record for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platform's music for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. Taliaferro TV. Again, that's Mr. Taliaferro TV, and you get more of yours truly.